Hi gang, welcome back to the Honoriest Latina Ever. Anyway, today is Tuesday and I just want to talk to you about something. Years ago, I took a position with Oregonians for Immigration Reform. I was on the board of that, and the reason I did so is I really noticed in Oregon, especially rural Oregon, we had an abundance of like sloppy building. And what I mean about sloppy building is we would have immigrants come in and do the work for less, and whether they were from Mexico or Russia or wherever, they would just reside whole entire houses wrong. We had a lot of work that my ex would do as insurance jobs that somebody would do wrong, and then he'd have to go and redo it, which made him money, but really drove up the builders' insurances for all the builders involved because we had some really sloppy people out there. And they were hiring illegal immigrants that didn't know how to read or write. And I think that until like I see a lot of illegal immigrants working here in the state of Florida illegally. And until we bust the people that are liable for this, because like, for example, like if the state of Florida hires somebody that's not licensed, they can, be in trouble. Okay. So they got this one Congress guy out of a seat because he hired somebody to do some work, and I guess the guy didn't have a license. Well, I think what's worse than a license is if you have a license and you're hiring illegal immigrants and you're putting them maybe on the books, and maybe the government is even taking out taxes on them, but we know that they're illegal. LA Fitness hired a woman from Colombia. She wasn't a citizen, and she was on an expired visa. She's been in the country for over 20 years, illegally so. And they do so because they can exploit these people, because they don't want to, like, the people will work hard because they don't want to lose their job, and so they'll put up with an abundance of shit. But the thing about it is, it seems like, and this is my feeling about everything, is that they are allowing these people into our country illegally so in order to like replace the other workers that are in the low level areas. And so I'm boycotting most restaurants, especially boycotting hotels that hire illegal immigrants, because I used to do the maid work, and like, nowadays it's like all you see is Hispanic people. And then they like make sure they tell you, watch out, don't bring your jewels or your jewelry to the rooms, or because things might get stolen. It's like, well, who the fuck wants to go to a hotel when there's no like liability that shit might get stolen? So like, really? But not only that, the majority of housekeepers and housekeeping illegal, and a lot of people hire illegal yard workers and stuff like that. And of course, they're outside your house, but still that's giving them a foothold into this country illegally. So if we want to deal with illegal immigration, we have to deal with the root cause of it, and that is greed. Power, money, greed. And it's on both sides. The Republicans are no better, because I seriously have been in a position where like we had a Republican in Oregon, Gordon Smith, and he hired I think he had a pea farm or something like that, but he hired nothing but illegal aliens. And so anyway, he was one of the worst offenders, okay? And a complete rhino, and most of them are, because it's all about the money. Even Jeff Cruz, like of Oregon, he was a senator there that was a Republican, hired Mexican migrant workers. Oh, because they can't like hire white people. Why? Because they don't want to pay the people. Is that why? But they're making very good money because a lot of their produce and stuff like that goes overseas, and yes, they can get more money that way. Oh, but what about locally? No, our local shit is coming from fucking Colombia. We're getting the shit that we banned the pesticides, and right, and ban this and we ban that. We're getting the shit stuff, and then like we're shipping our good stuff overseas. And organic farming, oh well, you're gonna get bugs in your fruit and this and that and whatever, not so. It's interesting how, like the pesticides have been sold to us, like you have to have the pesticides on the fruit and whatever. There's greenhouses, there's ways around the bug control. I mean, there's ways to do things. And people just don't want to evolve. They don't want to grow. So it's until we like figure it out that like we don't want our food to be dependent on foreign countries, just like we don't want to be dependent on Chinese crap. So I mean, it's like, you know, we have a choice in our next election, and you know, of course they're going to try to cheat again. That's why they're letting the border open. That's why they're letting all these illegal, they're going to sign these fucking people up to vote illegally. So they're going to position them all around in Republican areas, and they're going to pull some shit because it's their only hope. Okay. And we're so fucking stupid. We're not putting a stop to it. And we need to. We need to get very aggressive with these people. We need to get twice as aggressive as they were to us. Because we have sat back for 30 years and just took this shit, you know, and actually we had rhino people just go along with it going, oh yeah, we need all these illegal aliens so that we can have things for less, you know. And it's like, now when you tally up their education costs, their health care, and all the free subsidies, you're not getting anything from for less people. You're actually paying a lot fucking more. You're losing your fucking retirement over it. Just saying.